Hi, I'm Rick Dior, and today we're going to talk about some really cool cymbals, a really cool snare drum, and a really fun drum set to play. So we're going to do kind of an all-in video of some of these different sounds. I've put videos up in the past with probably all of this stuff at one time or another, but never all of it together. So the first thing we'll look at are these Zildjian remix cymbals from the late 90s into the 2000s. They were discontinued and then came out again later on, sort of as the Uptown Ride series. But the remix Breakbeat ride right here holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. This was a great cymbal when it came out. Not sure why it was discontinued. Seems to be a thing that whenever something great comes out, companies think it's a good idea to discontinue it. You know, the Mondo snare drum was in and out of production. Now back in production, but just the 12-inch, not the 14-inch. That's a great snare drum. You've seen that on this channel. And these cymbals, just like lots of other cymbals from Paiste, Sabian, Zildjian, have been discontinued over the years, only to maybe come back, but never the same. So the Uptown rides I've played are not the same as this. So not sure what happened. And I've also seen a lot of different versions. Just going to move this here. Lots of different versions of the Breakbeat ride. Some looked like they were buried, like the old Earth rides, and some looked clean, like this. It's got sort of a machine-hammered look. Honeycombed is what I like to call it. It's a great sounding cymbal. Crash is really nice. It's got a good bell. It's got a really nice ride sound. So I'm really fond of this ride. It's an 18 too, so it's very controlled, and 18-inch rides are great. I use some old K 18-inch rides. Some Paiste. I have a Paiste rough ride that's 18 inches, pretty rare cymbal. It's a great ride cymbal. And even the Jack D. Jeanette cymbals I showed you a while back, that 18 is pretty good for certain things. All right, then we have the remix Crash, which is actually a splash. So they also made a 14. I don't have that one. Maybe I'll pick one up someday, but I don't see a need for it. I have lots of 14-inch crashes. And then the hi-hats, which are really, really spectacular. So I like them a lot. They're kind of like splash hi-hat cymbals. A lot of times I use these on my right for a closed hi-hat or even a cable hi-hat, but they're very responsive. They don't have a very loud chick sound, just a little bit, but they're fine. So you can hear them. They probably should be mic'd close. I have just two overheads. That's all I'm using here, and a speaking mic, and a bass drum mic. So, but nothing's close mic'd. All right, so these are great cymbals if you can find them. I do see them online quite often on Reverb, maybe on eBay. I would definitely look for a sound file because, like I said, they're all a little different. The ones that I've heard, especially the Breakbeat rides. All right, so like I said, this is a great bell. It's small though, so it's a small target. I just can't seem to stay away from this clapper over here. It's like addictive. And then we have this small little snare drum, and I'm going to do a separate snare video on snare drum of the week coming up here on the two A&F snare drums I have, which is a giant 16-inch monster. I think that's called a shotgun snare, if I'm not mistaken. And then this tiny little thing. Which is a 10-inch by probably 3-inch snare drum. So this is a really fun drum. It's almost like an old sample from a Roland drum machine, or even a Korg drum machine that I have. It's got great pop. You pretty much have to do a rim shot. You don't have to, but it sounds much better with a rim shot, as opposed to just hitting it. It doesn't really cut through if you don't do that. But it's definitely got a quality, nothing like anything, any other snare I have. I have a lot of little tiny soprano snares, is what I call them, but none of them sound like this. And I like the loose snare quality for this drum. You could tighten them, but then it chokes. So it's kind of a one-trick pony here. And then to round everything out, we have my favorite of the moment, Flat Ride. Is just nasty. Kind of playing air, you know. So yeah, every sound here, except for the toms, are pretty unconventional. So a lot of times you can set stuff up like this and just have fun, which is what I like to do after I've been playing 2 months straight of very serious gigs, one after the other, with the orchestra, just big tunes and lots of pressure. So sometimes I just want to just let loose. So that's what I'm doing today. I just thought I'd film some of it, but I've already been going for a couple hours, letting it all out. It's kind of like therapy, you know. So we'll just play a little, and we'll see you soon.